Hi, now I am going to show some different varieties of neck designs by using stone chains and bead chains. These are the bead chains, thick beads, very small beads. These are the stone chain varieties. You can take 2 strands or single strands. That is your wish. For to attach that one, you have to use this fabric glue. First, for the neck, you have to apply fabric glue little more. Then you keep bead chains and stone chains. Leave it for 1 hour. Afterwards, you have to make takas by using cotton thread. For sleeves also, I used the same pattern. Green stone chain, gold. In between the stone chain, I used the green thread. Chain stitch, I made it for to give more look. In this blouse, I made slight difference. I used maroon color bead chains. Center, I attached stone chain. In between stone chain, for to match, I used the maroon thread. Chain stitch, I made it. Center of the back portion, I used crochet motifs for to give more look. For sleeves also, I used the same pattern. Only single booty I used for the sleeves. In this pattern, I used green, gold and stone chain. In between stone chain, I made chain stitch by using the gold color only. To make some variations, we can use saree matching color thread in between the stones. This is another design of stone chain I used for this blouse. 2 strands I have taken. In that 2 strands, I cut it into small pieces for to make booties for this blouse. Both the edges, I made simple hand embroidery by using the stem stitch. For sleeves also, single strand of stone chain. In between buttas, I made it. For neck, 2 strands I have taken. For sleeves, single line of stone chain I preferred. In this blouse, I used 2 lines of stone chain. In between stone chain, for to matching the saree, I did the chain stitch by using anchor thread. Next to that stone chain, I used yellow cloth. I made small frills. Back side of the blouse, I used cloth embroidery motifs. In between that, center single motif, crochet motif, I use it for this. For sleeves, also I used the hand embroidery motifs. At the edges of the sleeves, I made crochet. Like this, you can also create many more designs. This is another variation. Single stone chain. I use it for this neck pattern. After that, I made simple embroidery, hand embroidery by using anchor thread. That stitch is herringbone stitch. Outside of the V shapes, I used stem stitch. At the edges of V shape, I used gold beads for to give extra look. This is another variation. Next to this jerry piece, I used bead chain and stone chain. In between the stone chain, I used the same blouse color thread. For sleeves also, I use the single stone chain only. In between stone chain, I use the pink thread for to give matching effect. For this blouse, I attached stone buttas. I cut it into 4 pieces and attached for the blouse first. After dry, I made simple hand embroidery. For a saree matching color, I use it for this blouse. See how grand it came out. For sleeves also, I use the same buttas. For this blouse, I used very thin stone chain. Next to that, minute bead chain, gold chain. I attached it for this blouse. One thing you have to remember always. Apply glue more. Stick it the bead chain and stone chains. Keep it for some time to dry. Then only you have to make takas. For this blouse also, I use 2 strands of stone chain for the neck. For buttas, I cut it into 4 pieces and stick it at the border place. For sleeves also, I used only stone buttas. For this blouse, first I attached the saree border portion at the edges. Next to that, I stick 2 strands of stone chain. Center portion, single booty, I use it for this. For sleeves also, after border design, I attached the stone chain. All these different varieties of stone chains and bead chains, I use it for these blouses. One thing I wanted to tell again. First, you have to take the measurement of your neck and cut the stone chain and bead chains. Next step, apply more glue for the neck portion and sleeve portion and attach the stone chain and bead chain. Leave it for 1 or 2 hours. Afterwards, you make takas by using cotton mission reel for the bead chain. In between stone chains, if you want to do embroidery, use anchor thread. This is the 3rd step. Last step. After finishing everything, you have to do ironing work. Back side of your blouse. If you follow all these 4 tips, definitely your blouse will stand longer life. Thank you.